My Friend's House Foundation hosted its very own game night fundraiser at Rain Nightclub in Studio City. The organization, founded by Tiffany Rose, is aimed to fight against hunger, homelessness, and poverty. Guests had a chance to give back while having fun in the process. Those with a sweet tooth got to indulge in a candy bar. The event was hosted by comedian and actor Guy Torry and sports and entertainment TV host Mike Hill. Tell us how you're involved with My Friend's House Foundation.
My friend's house, on Wednesdays, you go out and feed the homeless down on Skid Row. When I'm in town, when I'm not traveling doing stand-up, I definitely love going down there and doing my part. And my whole thing is, this is what we're supposed to do. It's not something that makes me feel good because it's something that we're supposed to do anyway. So our service is what we're born to do, is to give back and help others out. So tonight's a game night, another event to help us raise money to continue doing what we're doing, but also celebrating our anniversary of our 6-year anniversary.
Now, what's going on in your world?
Wow, what's going on in my world? What's going on in my head? It's a lot. No, I'm still touring right now, doing stand-up. That's my passion. That's still my love right now. I'm just started doing my first documentary, my directorial debut. And it's a documentary about that's well needed. It's a comedy documentary called Fat Tuesdays, spelled P-H-A-T. And it's about the first kind of successful comedy night that kind of changed Hollywood, but at the same time, it healed Los Angeles after the Rodney King riot. There was no really mainstream clubs doing an urban night before Fat Tuesdays at the Comedy Store. And it kind of inspired Chocolate Sundays at the Laugh Factory and Mo Better Mondays at the Improv and all the other urban nights at major clubs around the country.
What are some things that you learned with putting your documentary together?
Well, it's funny because you think you have one story in mind when you start a project, but as you start interviewing people and hear their stories, it kind of takes on a life of its own. And then you have to kind of reel it back in and get the message across, whatever message you're trying to convey or whatever story you're trying to tell. So it's definitely a work in progress. Got some great interviews already from Tommy Davidson and Secretary Entertainer, Regina King, you name it, Cat Williams, Kevin Hart. The list goes on, and we're getting Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence and Chris Tucker and Nick Cannon and those guys. So it's gonna be great. My brother Joe Torry was a big part of it as well. So it's gonna be fun.
Are you still out there auditioning?
Still out there auditioning, unfortunately. Not one of my favorite things to do in the entertainment industry, but I know it's a necessary evil. But it's part of the job. I signed up for it, and that's what I have to do. But as I grow in this business, I'm finding a lot of joy in behind the camera. And I kind of started behind the camera. I started as a PA on the Martin Show, second season of Martin, in that writing episode of Martin, third season. And I'm kind of venturing back behind the camera as I get fat, old, and ugly.
It's really great seeing you tonight, Guy, and we're definitely looking forward to seeing more of you. How can viewers keep in touch with you and find out more about your project and when that's coming out?
Of course, social media. If you ain't in social media and you're in entertainment, something wrong with you. But I'm on Instagram at Guy Torry. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. All of that. My website, GuyTorryLive.com.
But I've just been knowing Tiffany Rose since I've been here in LA, and she's a wonderful lady. And it's a great organization that's been around for 6 years now, giving back to the community, helping out the homeless so they can help themselves.
So what is it for you that makes you drawn to a type of organization like this?
Well, I'm blessed now, and I have a pretty good job, but it wasn't always like that. I mean, I was one paycheck away from being homeless myself back in the day when I was younger. I've grown up in neighborhoods that had a lot of homelessness in it. I've seen what it's like. I see how it affects people. And so anytime I can come back and give a part of myself, some of my time to help them out, to help themselves, I'm all involved. I'm also involved in the American Cancer Society, also Good Health, Good Heart, Boys and Girls Club of America. I was a Boys and Girls Club member myself. We just had a big gala for Fox Sports. One of our president was honored last week. So whenever I can give a little bit of my time to help those to come up, because I know what it's like. I know if I didn't have somebody in my life to help me out when I was younger, I could have been one of those people that's being helped out. I could have, like I said, I was basically a paycheck away. My parents are a paycheck away from being homeless themselves. I've come in to the house at night sometime and the lights were off. I grew up in a situation where we had rats or roaches and things like that. So even though I wasn't in a poverty level, I wasn't po-po. I was poor, you know, and so I know what it's like. So whatever I can do to give back, anytime I can give back, I'm always there.
And how did you find your way out of it? What was it for you that helped you get to success?
Once again, prayer and just having somebody positive in the community to help out. I mean, I grew up in a community that you had a lot of choices, and the majority of the choices were bad choices. But fortunately for me, I had a mom and I had a grandmother that saw something in me, and I had a couple of friends that saw something in me that felt like, you know, this is not for you. This is there's another way out for you. So they believed in me and helped me believe in myself a little bit more. And so they instilled that value in me and helped me to see that there's value and positive energy in my life and in my career and my future. Fortunately for me, I'll listen to that side of things instead of the other influences out there. So I can't just look at one single thing and say this is the reason I am where I am, because like they say, there's a village that always raises a child, and it was a village of great people that helped raise me to help me become the person I am today.
That's amazing. I always think it's nice looking back on where people come from and where they end up being. So that's awesome.
Visit myfriendshousela.org and find out how you can give back.